What's good, everyone? 9:31 in the house. Get your alerts and come on into the show. Papa Swolio, Swole Friday. What up, booshes? Drop in the comments, drop some hearts. Float them, float them, float them. While we get started, come on in. The waiting room is open for all of you. Welcome, 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 welcome. If it's your first time, drop it below. It's your virgin Swole. You've never seen the game train, never been on the game train before. It's the first time for everyone. Everyone's got to have a feist. Everyone's got to have a feist. Let's go. Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. How's everyone going? How was your holiday yesterday? Right? Good? Was it delicious? Fuck you, pieces of shit. I'm starting. Bitches. You bitches. Yeah.
The sun is shining. The birds are chirping.
Ain't waiting for you lazy asses. I'm starting the fucking show.
To the Daily Swole.
Fuck nuggets. Testing, testing. Test, test, test. Testing, testing, testing. Test, 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 testing, 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 testicles, testicles. Welcome everyone to episode 931 of the Daily Mother Swole, the most muscular swolecast, beardcast, broadcast, gangcast, mancast, pimpcast, sleazecast in the realm. Because when I flex, you flex, we all flex our biceps. What is going on? Everyone is sleeping today. Everyone is sleeping today and being a lazy fuck. So first off, a little bit, actually a lot, disappointed in everyone that's tuning in. I'm disappointed in the turnout so far. Where are the comments? Wake up. Wake up. I will call you out when you're slacking, and the Swolenormous community is slacking today so far. And I have no problem in laying it down. So wake the fuck up, you pussies. That being said, so drop in the comments, float some hearts, make sure you show me that you are here. That you are here. That you are here. Oh, God. Fuck the pie. Fuck the fat food. Everyone's done being a fat ass and making excuses for the day. We are back on track. We are back on track. Oh, my God. What a fucking stupid, stupid holiday. Oh, what a stupid holiday. We are celebrating weirdest foods, the weirdest foods. I cannot tell you how much I just don't like turkey. I just don't like turkey. I don't like turkey. Any food that you have to pour fucking sauce all over to make it not taste like cardboard is not a good meat. It's not. It's like chicken. It's like chicken. Chicken and turkey are just like, It's like the weak meats. It's like the meat that, I don't know, the meat that nature forgot to just to just leave off the face of the earth. Evolution missed that one. Evolution missed turkey. Ugh, God. Nah, nah, nah. Nah, nah, nah. Turkey just wants to be grass-fed beef. It just can't be. Dark meat is like trying to be grass-fed beef. It just can't quite make it. Can't quite make it. What's up? What's going on, Michael, Nathan? I don't know how to cook it then. No, grass-fed beef is just so superior in every single way. Every single way. Even colder in Sweden today. Is Sweden ever warm? I feel like it's just got to be always cold. Ugh. Chilly. It's chilly down here in Florida. It's a little bit breezy. It's the winter time in Florida. The humidity is leaving a little bit. Moist as fuck in our home. It's still not good. Moist turkey is like grade D grass-fed beef. It's like the worst grass-fed beef you can get is maybe, it's almost maybe low quality grass-fed beef. It's like, it's trying so hard. It's trying to be really delicious. It's trying to be so good, but it can't be. It's not that bad. I'm just fucking with you. It's like the only time of year. It's the only day, the only time I'll have turkey and stuff is Thanksgiving or Christmas or whatever. It's fine. It was good. It was good. I'm just fucking with you. My turkey, the one that I had, was good, but it's just not grass-fed beef. It's just not. And this isn't a pro beef podcast. This is just me kind of bringing back the focus. Are we ready? Are we ready to take on the holiday, like the real holiday? This is like holiday foreplay, everyone. You know, it starts off with Halloween, and then it goes into, it's like shifting gears. It's going into Thanksgiving. It's like, and not only that, now you got like Christmas and you have the holiday season where Christmas, you have 12 days of Christmas, and then you have that little interim, right? You have the holiday taint, we'll call it the holiday taint. The holiday taint is the space, right? The taint is between the balls and the asshole, right? The holiday taint is the time between Christmas and New Year's. It's like the annual taint. I don't know, the calendar taint. It's like a dead space. What do you do on December 27th? What do you do on December 26th? What do you do on December 30th? It's just like it's like the Bermuda Triangle of the calendar. It's this time of year where it's like, do we start being healthier? Or do we just fucking binge eat and just get blasted for 5 days and forget that these days exist? It's like, what do you do there? I go so hard against the holidays because it's like, if you fucking start your new year now, I think you should start New Year's. I think you start New Year's October 31st. That's the new year. You know, start something. Make a big change. Start something this time of year. Start something now. Why wait till January 1st? I don't like New Year's resolutions. Most of you know that. I think anyone that waits for New Year's to make a resolution is fundamentally fucked in the brain, thinking that they're actually going to make that change or keep that change. A New Year's resolution is, by definition, going to fail. That's what New Year's resolutions do. Okay? I know everyone's going to want to get in shape. I know this is like prime time. It's coming up on prime time for fitness. I know we're going to get a ton of people in for Swolenormous X, which is fine. I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to helping as many people as possible. That's why we do this, right? That's why we do that. It's all good. Whenever you want to start. That's why I go so hard around this time of year. You're not alone. Some of you I think some of you deep down, you really want to make that change. You want to do it. You just don't have that support around you. That's got to be the case, right? I mean, you don't have people at work that are all about fitness, period, let alone this time of year. No one wants to fucking do that shit. No one wants to have, no one wants to keep their focus. No one wants to go to the gym and train hard and eat the best foods. This is like national excuse time of year. This is a time when you can literally eat and make and cook and fucking do all these disgusting different types of pies and candies and cakes and foods and mashes and all this different stuff that you would never eat any time of year Doesn't really taste that good anyway. It makes you feel like shit and just packs on the pounds. And people can do that with a clear conscience because it's accepted. You're always bringing stuff to work and leftovers. Now, come on, how many of you were at work today and you got leftovers coming in? Oh, this is leftovers. What about Monday? Ooh, leftovers. You're eating turkey again stuff today. You're eating it again tomorrow. You're eating it again the next day. You're eating it in. Come on. It's time to get right back on track. You got to treat Thanksgiving, see your family and your friends, make a little food, eat your food, maybe have like a glass of wine, just chill. And then boom, Friday is back on track. Friday you're doing. I did some yoga today, did some stretching. Tomorrow I'm back on the weights. I was really stiff yesterday. I didn't get a chance to do the mobility that I wanted to. So I decided to push back my resistance training. I was going to lift weights today, but I'm like, all right, I'll just go tomorrow and I'll do some more mobility and foam rolling and stuff like that today. So I postponed that in order to make sure that I'm listening to my body because I did eat, a little bit, my stomach is a little bit because I ate different foods I don't normally eat, which was okay. It was great. It was delicious, but it's back on track. It's like hitting a little speed bump, a pebble on the road. You're not going to hit a pebble and blow a tire, but a lot of people blow tires. A lot of people blow out tires and blow their fucking engine this time of year. You can't be destroying yourself. You can't be destroying yourself on a holiday. And you can't let it carry over. It's the carryover. It's that mentality, right? The holiday season, everyone's cold and bundled up and everyone's wearing sweatshirts so you can't see the fat coming on. You're wearing thick sweaters. You're having Christmas parties and, companies are having open bar and everyone's bringing in potlucks and everyone's bringing in leftovers. If you are in an office environment, you're really in fucking trouble. You're fucked if you don't have that kind of support. That's why this podcast and that's why this community is so important. And this is why it's so powerful to have people that have the same mindset as you, where you can go and talk fitness and you can keep your eyes on the prize, so to speak. Have any of you already had leftovers today or been exposed to them? Or any of you working or in a work and office environment and people are bringing in all sorts of shit? I've been getting a lot of messages. I'm like, oh my God, leftovers are everywhere. There's like a buffet at my work. I'm getting a lot of messages of just people like ranting or taking pictures and saying, look at this crap that I'm not eating. I'm like, yeah, fuck yeah. Leave it. Yeah, people just, well, that's true, Oliver. Hey, I can destroy my body now because next year I'll kill it. Why wait till next year? Next month? You know how much damage you can do in a month? You can do a ton of damage in a month. You can really beat the shit out of yourself. You can crush yourself in a month. It adds up quick. It goes real fast. It goes really, really fast. I mean, there's a lot of positivity. There's a lot of great stuff that's going down in the community here. A lot of people are still on their fucking weight loss journey. I'm getting a lot of messages from people that are crushing it, keep on losing weight. So, shout out to, so I got a message from BJ Douglas and he's lost a couple 100 pounds. I mean, 150 or 175. I had the message up here before, but shout out to him. Keep it going, bro. I mean, I'm getting a lot of messages from people that are really, really steamrolling it. How can I share this in a text? Share what? The podcast? Just share the link in a text. I don't know. Send them my Facebook page at Swolenormous. Nathan, I escaped without taking home a bunch of leftovers. My mother dropped off rolls for my wife and kids today, though. Ugh, rolls, just bread, just dropping off bread. Here's some bread, delivery. Table right now with piles of cakes, cookies, pies, cupcakes. Just pure sugar. Sugar in different forms. You form them into a cupcake, you flatten it out, it's a pie, you compress it and put some chocolate chips and it's a cookie, you make it thick and fluffy and now it's a cake. It's literally just sugar in different combinations, different concentrations. 2 more dinners to go. Yeah, it's like it gets stretched out. People want to binge so much. People want to unplug so much that it's not just Thursday. It's Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. It's you have to go to different people's houses and different events. Come on. It's just do one. Just, Arnold gets really angry this time of year. Fuck your bullshit. Stop eating fucking pie. Put the pie fucking down. That's the headline of the ads I'm running right now for Swole Friday for the specials, for the massive savings on Swolenormous X. It says, put down that pie. And everyone's like in the comments, but I like pie. I ate the pie, sad face. It cracks me up. And it's most of you are already, a lot of the people that are commenting are already in Swolenormous X, and everyone's like, I didn't eat the pie. Fuck the pie. So props for those of you that are staying the course. I had some pumpkin, like a keto pie, which was, with almond flour. So it was no gluten. It was all, with grass-fed butter and all this types of stuff. It was delicious. I didn't make it. It was very good. But definitely just the combination of all the different flavors and all the different foods that I don't normally eat. I don't normally eat turkey. I don't normally have just the way the food was prepared. It was very, very good, but it's definitely a shock to the system when you consume something, even just different flavors and different combinations, when it's outside of your consistency. And consistency is really the key with nutrition this time of year. And that's the hardest thing to maintain. You might maintain it for 8 or 10 months, and that makes it even harder to hit those speed bumps, because all of a sudden you just get thrown for a loop. All of a sudden it's all these different foods you don't normally eat. It's these different combinations. It's the frequency. You're always being invited to events. You're going to families' places, friends, and there's nothing wrong with friends and family. You do what you want to do, but you're going to pay the price. If you have a healthier digestive system, you're less likely to get thrown off because you're very, very consistent. But it's, you don't necessarily feel good. It doesn't necessarily make you feel good inside. And you'll notice the difference between how you normally eat and what these other foods do to you if you're very consistent, because you'll notice the change. It'll be a glaring difference. How you feel, joint aches or sluggishness or bloating, having those kind of sugar crashes when you're not used to it. Piles of veggies and good stuff in the fridge. I stick with that. Good. I was never a dessert guy. No pie for me last night. I like sweet, but I love fruit. So for me, fruit is a great way to balance out that kind of craving, right? Fruit is nature's candy. I love fruit. I love ripe fruit. So I'm a big fan of that. And if you're going to have a quote cheat, at least make it real food that you enjoy. If it's real food, you're not going to have a lot of the issues. And if you're intent on pursuing true health, you are going to always be in the observation mode, in that scientific mode. Never lose an opportunity to run a test on your body. Never lose that opportunity. Always be aware. Anytime you add something to your system, anytime you add something, your body is an experiment, right? Anytime you add something to your ecosystem, you're going to have an effect, cause and effect. So if you have something that you're adding, pay attention to what it does. Pay attention, observe, and then adjust. The more you learn about your body, the more you'll learn what you can get away with, what you can thrive on, and what your body needs. Some people can have some of these other things and it won't affect them as much as they can tell. But there's always room for improvement, and most people just blindly just shove things into their mouth. And that's why most people, I'm not saying anything ridiculous here, okay? We know that most people don't have results. Most people are not in shape. Most people are not healthy. That's just a fact. Most people are not. Most people don't get results. Most people don't see change. That's why the health and fitness industry is so huge and sells so many of these quick fix magic pills, fat burners, all these, challenge things and shreds and quick shred things, because most people don't have those results when it's very, very basic. So the basics are being missed. That's it. The basics are being missed. The fundamental approach to fitness is incorrect. Most people are being pushed these detox bullshit, fucking green powders and things like that. That's not the answer. That's the worst place to start. It's the worst place to start because the mentality is wrong. You're starting off with a supplement. I don't care if it's even a good supplement. You're starting off with something that is fundamentally, psychologically, a crutch. You're starting it off improperly. You need to start with the absolute fundamentals before you can build into more advanced nutritional methods and more customization. You have to learn your body. Gotta learn your body. Most people are impatient. Most people do not give a shit. They just want the results. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Everyone wants results. We all want results. We all want whatever is coming. We want the end point, right? You want to skip to the end, the last chapter. It's like watching a movie, though. You have to know what's going on. You can't just skip to the end. Hey, how does it end? It's like a book. It's like reading the last chapter of a book. Why would you do that? You're ruining the whole journey. You're ruining the story. You're not learning all of the context between it. So if you just had abs all of a sudden, you had a body, you would lose it. If you just snap your fingers and boom, you had what you wanted, you would lose it very quickly because you don't even know how to get there. You don't know how to get there. You don't know what it takes to actually get there. Doesn't matter if you have it or not. Doesn't matter if you have it or not. You can have it. Doesn't mean you can keep it. Everyone's trying to get to one place. Everyone's trying to get abs. Everyone's trying to get to that end point. How about maintaining it? How about keeping it? You think that's easier once you get there? You think it's easier to maintain? It's the same shit. It's the same shit to maintain it, to keep it as it was to get it. It's the same shit. If anything, you have to work harder. However, it seems easier just because you've created those habits, because you've done the work. You've earned the right to have that. If you just jumped right to the end, you snapped your fingers and you had that, you'd lose it because you didn't learn the steps to get there. You didn't learn the entire dynamics of how your body reacts to things. You didn't learn, you didn't progress, you didn't go through the struggle to make it to that point. You didn't earn it. You don't deserve it. I mean, if magic pills even existed, they would only work for a limited time, right? If you could take one pill and boom, have your result, most people would relapse and go back on it because they didn't learn how to get there in the first place. There's just really there's nothing fast. There's nothing fast. It's really easy. And it's hard when you see some people that it seems like it happens fast, but everyone that has results, they work their butt off. You just don't see everything that they do. You don't see all the meals that they consume. You don't see them sacrificing, going out to go to the gym. You're not going out partying. You're not going out slacking. You're going to the gym. You're prioritizing that. You're not going out instead of watching TV. You're going to the gym. Instead of going out to eat, you're eating your own food. Instead of staying up late, you're going to sleep early and you're waking up early and going to the gym. You're prioritizing that. If it's around your schedule, but that's the primary. That's your goal. It has to be a number one priority. And if it's not, it shows. Like anything else, your top priorities will show. That's an effect. If you put all your effort into one thing, you are going to see the benefits of all your effort into that one thing. Just like anything else, some people are better than others. Some people are going to have a shorter learning curve. It's like anything. Some people are very, very good at a sport. They pick it up really quickly. Some people are very good at singing, at writing, at video editing, at whatever, at fucking poker. Some people just they pick it up really quick. Same thing with fitness and dieting and this. They can lock in and they just adapt really quickly and they really jump into it 100%. Not everyone has the same learning curve. So it's like nothing else. Playing the piano, it's practice. And if you treat your fitness as a practice and trying to get better and working on what's best for you psychologically, physically, that's why we have so many different types of exercise that people claim to work. That's why we have so many different types of nutrition that people claim to work, because different things work for different people. The issue is people screaming from the mountaintop, this is the answer, this is the way. And then you just hear a lot of these, maybe reputable people that are talking these different strategies. And some people are hardcore vegan. Some people are hardcore, no, you shouldn't be a vegan. Some people are hardcore keto and paleo and CrossFit and interval training and triathlons and cardio. Everyone has a perspective, and that's fine. That's fine. Everyone's going to have a different perspective, and a lot of people are going to get results doing a lot of different things. But there are very, very common denominators, and there's a common approach in which you can pursue to figure out what's best for you. And just jumping from thing to thing is really not the answer. Just jumping around, trying this and doing this and doing this and doing this. It's important to try different things, but most people don't give it enough of a go. And building muscle is one of those things that takes a long time. So you can't really hop from thing to thing. You can't go back and forth and back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. You're not going to adapt. And adaptation is the key to building muscle. It's the key to losing weight. It's the key to improving strength. It's consistency and it's adaptation. And you have to provide your body with that exposure to the environments and the elements that will create that adaptation. Everyone is still, yes, Casey, everyone's figuring out what works for them. What works for me now is different than what worked for me 10 years ago. I was eating, 6-7 meals a day and I was bulking, lifting heavy. Not Not interested in going heavier, not interested in increasing my deadlift, not interested in increasing my squat the way I was when I was 23 years old. I just don't care. That's not the priority. That's not going to get me where I need to go. What got you here, what got you to this point, wherever you are right now, what got you here is not necessarily what's going to get you to the next level. I get so many messages from people that are trying something like, hey, I'm trying this new workout program, or I'm trying this new schedule. What do you think of this? I've been doing it for like 6 weeks and I'm seeing results, but what would you recommend? I recommend sticking with it. You're seeing results. It's been 6 fucking weeks. It's been 6 weeks. Even if you said 6 years, I mean, if you're seeing progress, keep going. Keep going. Why change things if you're seeing progress? There's too much of like this attention deficit when it comes to fitness. Everything's got to be mentally stimulating all the time. That's not how the body works. The brain, we're training our brain. We're training our brain to be real fucking like ADD, okay? You scroll through Instagram and different boom, 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 flashing, different app. I'm bored here. Let me go here. I'm bored here, going here. Netflix. I want to watch this. Now I want to watch this. I want to watch this. I want to watch this. Everything is so fucking fast. So the brain needs a lot more of this, quick, flashy. If you go out and stand in nature, like I don't know where you live right now, but if you go out and stand, even in a city, and you just look around, like look at a building, it doesn't move. Look at a tree, it might sway a little bit. Things in nature isn't flashy. It's not daylight, nighttime, windy, raining, sunny. It doesn't happen that fast. It's like gradual shifts. And nature is very, very flowing, kind of like the ocean. It's slow and waves come in, it goes back out. We are our visual, right? Our stimulation keeps on needing to be raised. So now we have all this flashing lights, blue light, everything's changing from app to video. We just have so much stimulus that when we go to the gym, and if that's not changing all the time, if we're not doing different shit all the time, if we're not always changing things, we get bored and we feel like it's not working because we're not mentally or visually stimulated. We look at the workout. It hasn't changed. It hasn't changed in 2 weeks. Oh my God, we got to do something different. It's not working. Your body's slow. Physical adaptations are slow. It's not fast like that. You don't need random shit every other day. You don't need to change your workout program every 2 weeks. You need to stick with something for months. Really. There's different subtle changes. I'm not giving a whole blanket statement for all programming because it depends on what your goals are, but you really need to be consistent. Extraordinarily consistent. Extraordinarily consistent. It's the fact that everything is changing so fast all the time in front of our eyes that we feel like everything has to change everywhere. In the gym, come on, a bench, but you're pushing with your body. You are literally, think about what you're doing when you're building muscle and losing weight. You are physically, and here's the difference, you are not causing muscle growth. You ready for this? This is going to blow your fucking mind. This is straight nukes, and this is going to be the freaking bullseye of this episode. When you're in the gym, when you're training, when you're doing your fitness, you are not building muscle. You are not losing fat at any time. Okay? You are not doing it. Think about this. When you go to the gym, you're breaking down muscle. What you're doing is you're putting your body in a situation. You're putting your body in an environment. You are playing the cause and effect game. Okay? You are doing certain things and then observing the effect. You are overloading your muscles in a certain fashion, hoping that the muscles are going to respond by growing. You're eating certain foods, you're going to sleep at a certain time, you're hydrating a certain way in order to cause an effect. Okay? It's not the same thing as I'm going to the gym to build muscle and to lose fat. That's not how it really works. It's not like, you go here. It's not if this, then that. If I do this and this happens. You're constantly exposing yourself to certain stimuli and certain stresses in order to lead to that if you're doing it properly. It's not guaranteed. It's not like flipping a light switch and the light goes on. It might go on. You have to just keep on trying different things until it does. Like your body does not instantly respond. There has to be a lot of things that are aligned. That's why some people can copy an entirely different person's programming and nutrition and still have like a little bit of body fat around the waist. So I can't get rid of these love handles, or I'm not seeing as much development here or there because one, you're a different person genetically, and also your systems and your cause and effect processes in your body aren't the same as another person. You're literally causing like microevolution. That's what adaptation is. Your body is adapting, it's evolving to your environment. And it's a physical, it's not something where, oh, you can just cause a stimulation and just change the video, change the channel, change the app, watch a different video, go from screen to screen. You can't just swipe left, swipe left, swipe left. You're literally forcing your body physically, the cells, to change, to build, to create, to break down. It takes time. It takes time to digest food. It takes time to build muscles from a cellular level. It's not like you have little people in there building. You don't have contractors in there. You're an organism, and you're trying to force an adaptation. You're trying to force an adaptation. You're essentially backing a cat into a corner until it is forced to jump on your face. Cats are really skittish. They don't attack. They hide. They try to run away. But if you back a cat into the corner, it's going to attack you. You literally are trying to back your body into a corner so it has no choice but to attack. It has no choice but to grow. You're trying to eliminate all the different other possibilities of where your body can kind of detour, because your body does not want to change like that. Your body doesn't want to build tissue. Your body doesn't want to repair. It wants to survive. It's going to find the easiest path out, like water, right? The path of least resistance. So you have to create that resistance physically and theoretically, right? You have to create that overload, that environment, so your body has no other option but to change. That's what we're doing with training. And when you cheat, when you go off track, when you slack, when you have a holiday and you take time off and you eat the wrong foods and you are giving your body those other paths of least resistance. You're giving your body those other options. You're giving your body those other ways out. That's how it works. You need to force your body into a corner, from our perspective, from what we're discussing here. You need to force your body to have no other option but to grow, but to develop, but to change. And most people do not force their body into that corner. Most people have way too many outs. You have way too many breaks in that consistency. You have way too many options for your body to say, I'm not going to do that because I could do this easier. Oh, I'm not going to do that because I can avoid building muscle because of this reason, whatever that is. But I think you see my point. The more restricted you are, not in the sense that you can't enjoy your life, but the more pressure you put on your body, it's like creating a diamond from coal. Like, you have to really put a pressure for a long time. You have to make your body have no other choice but to form that adaptation, but to grow. And everyone's going to have a different amount of that kind of pressure, a different amount of that type of focus, and a different amount of that type of stress and overload and specificity to grow. Some people seem to build muscle easier than others. Maybe their body just doesn't have as much, difficulty adapting. It's just it's a very interesting way to look at it, but it's really what you're doing. You are forcing your body to have no other option but to physically change. And it's a lot harder than anything else that we do in our life. It happens naturally with our body. That's what we're designed to do. We're designed to adapt, but it is not something that is as easy as changing the channel. It's not as easy as flipping through apps on our phone. It takes time. So as everything else in our world goes faster, becomes easier, changes so often, is so stimulating to our other senses, the different flavors of food, the different visual effects that we can get on our phones and TVs and stuff, your body is millions of years old and goes very, very slowly. So the overload you put on it and the adaptation, it takes a lot of time. It takes a lot. You don't have to change the channel so much with your body when it comes to your training. You need to be relentlessly consistent, relentlessly repetitive. That's why it's called repetitions. You have to be repetitive over and over and over and over again for months and months and years and years. And yes, there are going to be little subtle changes in your programming, but that's why I'm always talking about how severe those changes are. You don't have to change every exercise. Maybe you change the rep scheme a little bit. Maybe you change the order. Maybe you change one portion of your programming. Most people, when they think of mixing something up, they do something completely out of the realm different. And that's not how the body reacts physically. That's not how the body needs change in terms of adaptation. It doesn't need something that drastic. All the change, all the stimulation elsewhere is bleeding into fitness, and that's what's causing people to have these hiccups and these plateaus because their body just isn't getting a chance to adapt. It's not getting a chance to adapt, so they're not building as much muscle as they think they should or as they think they would. Most people don't have patience. Everyone wants something now. There's so many similarities to every other aspect of our life. And when it comes to physical adaptation, it just needs a lot more things that are in sync than other aspects of maybe practicing a different task or skill. Your health and your fitness and your physical body, it has to do with your sleep. It has to do with your stress management. It has to do with your food. It has to do with your physical training. It has to do with your time management. It has to do with a lot of different things. And a lot of different things have to be aligned properly to maximize those results. But because everything else is becoming so much easier for us to get access to and for us to do, man, I can just use my voice and turn on Alexa and ask what time it is or set in a reminder. I can just do stuff with my voice now, turn on a light. I can do so much stuff with just my voice. It kind of gives us this impression that everything else is easy too. But it's not. It's not. It's ancient. It's old. It's slow. And if we step back and think about that for what it really means, how slow and how old our bodies are from an evolutionary standpoint, you just need to be relentlessly providing that pressure, relentlessly providing as much consistency as possible that will force that change. And the number one, I guess, culprit of not being consistent or not getting results is that lack of consistency. I don't care how good you're doing things. If you're only doing it 5 days out of the week, you're losing. Okay? If you're doing it you have to be, it's every day. It's every day. The more consistent you are, the better a chance that you can observe, you can tweak, you can get results. That's backing your body into a corner. That's forcing physical and evolutionary adaptation. That's what it means. It means not giving your body any other option, any other path of least resistance. You want to go through that resistance because that's how you're going to adapt and grow. That's how you're going to build muscle. You need to go and attack, right? You need to back the cat into the corner. No other options, no other ways out, no other escape. It needs to go fucking through. It needs to go through the resistance in order to adapt. Welcome to the Swolecast, Brocast, Mancast. Welcome, welcome, welcome. 3 chips in a chair. Nice name. Does that make sense? Are we all on the same page? I think we are. It's pretty quiet. It's pretty quiet on the interwebs. I think everyone's listening. Everyone's engaged. But that's the truth. It's Swole Friday. We're back on track. A little bump in the road. Maybe you had some naughty food yesterday. Maybe you had some naughty. That's okay. That's all right. We're back on it. Fuck it. It's in the past. It's over. It's never coming back again. But this time of year is the king of breaking people's consistency. And just keep in mind that every day is a day lost. Every day. Don't wait till January 1st. It starts now. It starts with this mentality. Okay? Don't make an excuse to be more unhealthy. Don't make an excuse to be more behind the 8 ball. All right? It's every day consistent as fuck. The more consistent you are, the better your outcomes will be. And that's hands down. The more consistent you are. That's what it's all about. Most people that don't get results, I haven't worked out in 5 years. It's been 3 months. I haven't worked out in a couple weeks. They do it for a couple weeks. They fall off for a couple weeks. I went on vacation. I came back. I did this. I came back. They're not consistent. They're not consistent. Their body cannot, your body will not force a physical fucking adaptation unless you are ridiculously consistent. Your body will not force. You're talking about a physical adaptation. You're talking about building muscle, cells generating larger cross-sectional area in your myofibrils, right? You're talking about muscle size. You're looking at fat breakdown. You're looking at fat reabsorption. You're looking at your body recompositioning itself. That's what you're trying to do. You're forcing physical adaptation. That is an extremely slow process. And your body will take any single out it possibly can to avoid doing that, because that's work, that's effort. Don't think your body wants to build muscle. It doesn't. It wants to repair it. It doesn't care about building. It will if it has to. Your body will build muscle if it has to. Are you listening to me? Fuck nuggets. It will build muscle if it has to, if it's forced to. Your body will get rid of excess fat if it has to, if it's forced to. Your body doesn't want to get rid of fat once it has it. That's extra money in the bank. Your body has energy savings. It put it there for a reason. You kept on eating, so it put it away. It stored it. Okay? If it absolutely has to, it'll build muscle. If it absolutely has to, it'll get rid of fat. And the only way you can force your body to be in that absolutely has to state is by being so consistent that there's no other option. And that's the only way that you're going to get what you want. You can't give any other options. If you do, boom, you lost it, right? If you're backing the cat into the corner and all of a sudden a little door opens, boom, the cat's fucking out. A little hole opens in the wall, boom, it's out. It's not going to jump on your face. It's going to escape. It's going to run away any way it can. There's little, there has to be no other option. That's the only way adaptation takes place. You have to force it to go one direction, right? You have to force it to go one direction. You have to be relentless in that consistency. And fundamentally, anyone that's getting great results in the gym that, maybe competes bodybuilding or competes, some kind of fitness, right? That's been doing it for a long time. Ask anyone that has the results that you're looking for, and it's going to be like the number one priority of their life. They're going to be going to the gym regularly. They're eating regularly. Anytime there's like a little bit of an off track, it's like a pebble in the road. It's just a little boom, a blip on the radar. It doesn't even affect because the consistency is so relentless. That's when people start talking about, oh, cheat meals, or I had this at a family's house last night. Oh my God, I feel a little bit. But then they're back on track, and you're not going to see their abs disappear. They're not going to lose all their muscle because it's one day. Most of you don't have any type of relentless consistency where you can slack for a second because you haven't even built that. You're going to set yourself back big time by not creating that ruthless consistency. And I know I'm not wrong because that's just absolutely what it takes. That's how adaptation happens. And it's different for everyone. But most of you think you're being really consistent. You think you're forcing that cat in the corner, and you're not at all. And that's just why you're not getting change. And some people have to be a lot more strict than others. It's genetics. It's whatever other reasons that we aren't aware of yet. All those little subtle variations and bio-individuality that we have to deal with, right? So keep that in mind. Any questions, you could drop them down below now. Again, thank you so much for watching. We're live on Facebook, Instagram, Periscope, YouTube, Twitch. If you're not subscribed to the podcast, you can go to swolenormousx.com and click on podcast and subscribe. It's everywhere. Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google, everywhere you can catch the Daily Swole podcast. And this is for a limited time still Black Swole, Swole Friday, whatever you want to call it, up to 50% off memberships. Go to swolenormousx.com. Still got some spots available, running it through this weekend. So make sure that you are not slacking on that. I got a bunch of people that are brand new into the community. Just dropped 5 brand new workouts in the workout archive. If you are serious about getting started, this is the time to do it because through 2019, prices are going up, and why not lock it down now while you can? 50% off memberships, all my programs, nutrition, training, yoga classes, everything in one place, and you can have it anywhere on your mobile phone. You can have it on your computer. You can stream it to your TV. It's awesome. A lot of members are here right now. I know you're watching, so what up? And we do accountability meetings. We have live master classes, everything. The Swole Enormous X community is fire. So up to 50% off. Click the link. Link is in my Instagram bio. It's in the post description here. You go to swolenormousx.com and check it out. Any other issues, questions, comments, float some biceps, gorillas, you can do so in the comments and I'll check through them And send me a message if you have any questions. Hit me up. Make sure you follow me everywhere. Swolenormous on YouTube, Instagram, everywhere. And we'll be here tomorrow as well. Remember, it's Sunday coming up. Sunday Fun Day Q&A. I will be posting on my Instagram stories and stuff for you all to post questions for the Sunday Q&A event. Everyone's been loving that, so we will continue. And that's just been for the past couple of weeks. It's been really something great where I directly answer the things that you have questions about personally. So I get to as many of those as possible. So you can always go back and listen to these other Swole Q&As, which are awesome. And they've been turning out really well, getting great feedback. So we continue this Sunday with the Sunday Swole Q&A. And I'll be posting up pictures on Instagram and stuff where you can drop your questions below and they'll be answered live on the show. And of course, if you're watching live on Sunday, you can also ask questions live. Getting 4 sweet potatoes out of the oven, Casey, for pre-workout in the next 4 days. Swolio fuel. That's what I do. My sweet pates. My sweet pates. Love my sweet pates. I'm going to have a sweet Pete in a little bit. Probably right after this episode, I'll have a sweet Pete. Oliver, if you watch this on the daily, I don't see why you wouldn't join X. I agree. If you're a regular here, if you listen, whether you're listening to the podcast or you tune in live, it's really a no-brainer. It's a direct extension of the Daily Swole with just tons and tons and tons and tons of content, like literal programs, instructional videos, everything, full yoga classes, everything. Thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars worth of content. I'm adding more all the time. Like I just mentioned, we just added 5 brand new workouts yesterday. So this is the best opportunity to get in. So check it out, swolenormousx.com. Thanks, Oliver, for the support. And for everyone else that's watching, listening, making those sick fucking gains, let's get it. Follow me everywhere at Swolenormous. I'll be posting on my Instagram story more details and, flexing, grunting, and all that shit. So hit me up. Love you all. Peace, McGeese. Deuce, Magoose. I'll see you tomorrow for episode 930 dosed of the most muscular Swolecast, Beardcast, Broadcast, Gaincast, Mancast, Pimpcast, Sleazecast, Sweetcast in the realm. Because when I flex, you flex. We all flex our biceps. Oh, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Seriously, join Swolenormous X, learning so much, dying in yoga now, but loving it. Much respect. Keep practicing. Yoga is a practice just like everything else. So I will see everyone tomorrow for episode 932. Love you all. Peace out. Bye. Later. Peace, McGeese. Deuce, McGoose, Papa Swole. Some last grunts. Can we all grunt together? Let's do that. Let's do that today. We'll all grunt on 3. 1, 2, 3. Love you all. Peace.